Hello everybody, this is Rachna and I'm here with Under a Telephone Pole by Carl Sandsburg. So, let's first of all understand something about the poet. Well, he was a Swedish American poet born on January 6, 1878 and died on July 22nd, 1967. He was a biographer, journalist, and editor. He won 3 Pulitzer Prizes, 2 for his poetry and 1 for his biography of Abraham Lincoln. So, what do you think was so wonderful about this poet? Why is he so important? He was a popular platform performer playing the guitar and singing American folk music and reading his poetry and prose. In 1926, he published the 2-volume biographies of Abraham Lincoln. Right? That is why during his lifetime, Sandsburg was widely regarded as a major figure in contemporary literature, especially for volumes of his collected verses including Chicago Poems in 1916, Cornhuskers in 1918 and Smoke and Steel in 1920. Right? So he worked as a milkman, potter, bricklayer and farmer before beginning a career in journalism, which was of course at the Chicago Daily News. So eventually he became an acknowledged author and won the Pulitzer Prize, like I told you just now. So he actually enjoyed unrivaled appeal as a poet in his days, perhaps because the breadth of his experiences connected him with so many strands of American life. And at his death in 1967, President Lyndon B. Johnson observed that Carl Sandsburg was more than the voice of America, more than the poet of its strength and genius. He called him an American. He in fact said that he was America, right? So, we have the poem Under a Telephone Pole. Now, the poem goes like, I am a copper wire slung in the air, slim against the sun. I make not even a clear line of shadow. Night and day I keep singing, humming and drumming. It is love and war and money. It is the fighting and the tears, the work and want. Death and laughter of men and women passing through me. Courier of your speech in the rain and the wet dripping in the dawn and the shine drying a copper wire. So basically when we say we are talking about a copper wire, you'll actually realize, in the very 2 first lines that this is all full of imagery. This entire poem is full of imagery. And when we talk of the copper wire, we actually know how it looks like, and you can well imagine, that somebody's just slung it in the air and is so thin that you can't even see a shadow, against the sun. And actually, when you would have looked down, you wouldn't even see it. You wouldn't even see the shadow, while walking on the road or going anywhere. Now, why we are talking about the telephone pole and why do we really think that it is so important? Like you can see the 2 pictures which are there in this video. You realize that actually it is the telephone which has made all the difference in today's world, right? It is actually a means of us going ahead in life, right? And can you even think, if there was no phone, what would be actually happening? You wouldn't even be able to communicate with anybody, isn't it? So that's how important it is. And doesn't it look like, the telephone pole is talking about himself? That is slung in the air and is so slim that it can't even, make out that it's actually there while walking on the road. And be it day or night, I keep singing, humming and drumming. It's not even saying that, you people keep troubling me. You can't even let me sleep at night or anything, It's just saying that you just, talking and talking. It could be like, talking about love or war or money, or there could be, a fight between two people. There could be tears, there could be laughter, there could be anything, you know. But it carries on and on. This is basically what it's telling you about. And actually, it is so important for us in today's world. Those lines, those telephone lines where would have a telephone with a cradle, right, and a dial. And today, what is it? You're actually taking the phone in your hand and moving around. And all the more so, those phones have now, today your laptops or anything, they work with the help of those telephone lines, right? So it says that death and laughter of men and women passing through me, carrier of your speech. And it is so important because it is actually taking all the pains and energy with it to carry a message from one place to another. And isn't it in split seconds that you're able to speak to somebody, sitting anywhere in this world, right? Actually, it is a means of connecting the entire world together, bringing it so close. And who else better than us would know that how small the world has become because of this telephone pole? So what it's saying is that it could be, a message of death, it could be a message of laughter, whatever. The people who walk beneath him, they they wouldn't even see him. They, in the sense that he's saying that you would just neglect me, you wouldn't even be able to notice that I'm actually there, slung in the air. And whether it's rain or sun, whatever it is, it keeps working. And wow, that's a copper wire, right? So I'd just say that the telephone pole has really changed the world and the way it works today. So bye bye, take care, and see you until next time.